Real Madrid confirmed Navas' exit. Eden Hazard's deal is all but done. PSG needs to sell 3 players. A Roma legend is preparing to leave the club. And we have a roundup of all the day's transfer rumours. That and more coming up in the next few minutes as I'm your host, Matt Froelich. You are the One Footballers, and this is the Daily News. But before we get into it, again, just a quick reminder of the latest release on the Onefootball app. It's a little bit of a special one this week, as together with 11 Sports, customers in the UK and in Ireland can watch the La Liga conference this weekend from just 99p. Because it's the final day of the season in Spain, any matchday card that you click on and when you click buy now will take you straight to La Liga conference, where you can watch every single game and all the goals as they go in straight on your phone. There's no subscription required, and you'll be charged with the Play Store or the iTunes Store. But with that said and done, let's get straight into the Daily News. First off, Keylor Navas' time at Real Madrid is likely to come to an end. Last week, Zinedine Zidane broke the news to the Costa Rican goalkeeper that the board have decided they're going to go with Thibaut Courtois for the future, and that Keylor Navas should find an amicable way to leave the club. Now, this is a bit of a U-turn considering they gave him a new contract extension in January, and since Zinedine Zidane came in, well, it was more likely that Navas was going to stay because he is loved by Zidane after taking him to 3 Champions League titles in a row. However, Zidane obviously had to go and do the dirty work, tell Navas he wasn't needed, and basically just said it was the board's decision, even if Zidane did have a little hand in it. I'm not quite sure he did though. Anyway, as for Navas, it's hard to deny that he has been one of Real Madrid's greatest goalkeepers ever. He won all those Champions Leagues and La Liga in there as well, and was just generally a top keeper for the last 5 years. But staying on the subject of Real Madrid, and they could be announcing their brand new signing come the end of the month once the Europa League final has taken place. That, of course, is the signing of Eden Hazard. Now, it's been spoken about all year, pretty much ever since Hazard said that it would be the dream move to move to Real Madrid, but it looks like things are finally happening. They would have announced it earlier, but they didn't want to upset Chelsea's preparation, which is already hampered by a friendly game in the US, before they take on Arsenal in Azerbaijan for a chance to win the Europa League trophy. So what will happen after the game? Well, pretty much Hazard will either celebrate with his teammates or wish them a hearty goodbye and then leave on the plane for Real Madrid. The deal is said to be around £100 million, and for those of you who said that when Chelsea signed Christian Pulisic in January that he wasn't a replacement for Hazard, come on now, let's have a look at it in the long term. He definitely was brought in because the Chelsea board knew that Hazard was going to leave in the summer. I know we can all be a little bit biased, but surely you guys had to see that one coming. As for Pulisic, well, he scored over the weekend in his farewell appearance to all of the Dortmund fans, as he'll be returning from technically a loan at Dortmund from Chelsea and join the Blues in the summer. And talking of some more transfers, and PSG look like they're going to have to sell a few players in order to bring in some money that they can spend in the summer. Now, normally that's not something you'd associate with PSG, the fact they have to get rid of players just to spend some money. But because of the financial fair play regulations and all the sanctions they're under from UEFA, it's pretty dangerous for them to go out and spend a few $100 million without bringing anything in. So the ones on their way out are Christopher Nkunku, Thomas Meunier and Levan Kurzawa, who have all been linked with moves away from the club in the last few months. It's hoping that they'll be able to bring in around 80 to 100 million for all 3 of them. First off, Kurzawa has been linked with a move to Lazio. Thomas Meunier could be moving to Manchester United. And as for Christopher Nkunku, well, it's no secret that Arsenal and Unai Emery are big fans of the youngster. And next up, we come to a Roma legend unfortunately departing the club at the end of the season, and it's Daniele De Rossi. 18 years after his debut and playing over 450 times, the legendary midfielder is finally leaving. It looks as though there just won't be any one-club men anymore in European football. Now, this is because players aren't loyal. Of course, loyalty has gone down a little bit, but there are still a few out there who stick to their guns even when things aren't going so well. It's no secret that Daniele De Rossi could have moved on many times during his career. However, when it comes to their late 30s, it's just too hard to ignore a massive payday they can get from moving to the likes of China or the MLS. As for De Rossi's next move, well, it's not certain where he'll go just yet, but he'll be taking that cool tattoo on the back of his leg of someone slide tackling someone else around the world, I'm sure. It won't be the end of his playing days just yet. Maybe the only one left is Lionel Messi. He looks to be the only player who looks to stick with the club, despite rumours that he'll be moving back to Newell's Old Boys when he eventually leaves Barcelona. I don't quite think this is going to happen, and I think he'll just stay at Barca and eventually end up retiring there. And lastly but not least, we come to a roundup of the day's transfer news. Of course we do, because the transfer window is edging ever closer. First off, Pep Guardiola has identified Atletico Madrid's Rodri as a long-term replacement for Nadinho and his #1 summer signing target. Elsewhere, Tottenham could make a move for Fulham's Ryan Sessegnon for around 25 million. Arsenal's Mesut Ozil has said he wants to stay at the club and has no intention of leaving the Emirates. And Everton have been offered a chance to sign Inter Milan's João Mario for around £15 million, maybe to cover the loss of Andre Gomez. So there you have it. That's all from me in today's Daily News. But what do you guys think? Let me know your thoughts on the potential transfers in the comment section down below. below. Whilst you're there, you can also smash the like button and click here or here to check out all of the other videos that we've got going on OneFootball. But until next time, I will see you guys later.